Good morning, my dear students. My name is Neer Dwayana. I am currently available at the Hamlet Tuition Center, Brahmotol, Kathmandu, and the Kumudini Kunja Secondary School, Kalimati, Kathmandu. My dear students of grade 9, this is your science class, and in your science class we have been studying about electricity and magnetism. In our previous class, we discussed about the factors affecting resistance of resistance of conductor, isn't it? And then we discussed about 5 factors. First of all, length of wire. Resistance of wire is directly proportional to length of wire. Secondly, we discussed about area of cross section of wire or thickness. Resistance is inversely proportional to thickness. And then we discussed about temperature. Resistance is directly proportional to temperature. And resistance also depends on specific nature of material and the shape of material. Okay, now by combining these two relations, relation number 1 and relation number 2, R is proportional to L, R is proportional to 1 by A. If you combine these two relations, you will get this. Yes, R is proportional to L by A. Okay, if you combine relation 1 and 2, then you get R is proportional to L by A. And just as we discussed previously, to remove this proportionality sign, we need to add some constant term, because we know that R increases with L by A, but how many times, we don't know that. Yes, we don't know the factor by which L by A should be multiplied so that it will be equals to R, and that factor is known as proportionality constant. And in this particular case, that proportionality constant is resistivity, also known as rho. And resistivity is the property of material. Okay, resistivity is the property of material. Yes, now you need to find out SI unit of resistivity. Okay, SI unit of resistivity is ohm meter. And how do you get that? As you know, see, R equals to rho L by A, isn't it? R equals to rho L by A. And now since you need to find out SI unit of rho, you need to isolate it. By isolating it, you have to cross multiply L by A to other side. Yes, A will be multiplied and L will be divided. That's how you get R into A by L equals to rho. So taking all terms, unit of rho you do not know that, but unit of R you know, ohm. Unit of area, meter square, and unit of length, meter. So meter can be cancelled out on both numerator and denominator. That's how you get only 1 meter, single meter in numerator. That's how you get ohm meter. Okay, ohm meter is the unit, SI unit of resistivity. Yes, now how to define resistivity? See here, once again I'm going to take this. Okay, this relation, Control C. Okay, now let me take it like this. As we know, okay, here if you take length of wire to be 1 meter and area of cross section of wire to be 1 meter square. Okay, if length is taken as 1 meter and area is taken as 1 meter square, then what you get? By substituting this value here in the relation, okay, see, in case instead of L you can keep 1, isn't it? Length is equals to 1 and area is also 1 meter square, means this can also be 1. So it gives you R is equals to rho. Understood? Okay, it gives you R equals to rho. See, so this much relationship tells you that rho means R or resistance. Okay, rho or resistivity is equals to resistance, isn't it? It tells you that, isn't it? Resistivity or rho is equals to resistance. But in what condition? In a specific condition when length of wire is 1 meter and cross sectional area of wire is also 1 meter square. Okay, तिमीले चाहिँ 1 मिटर लामो वायर लियो, मटेरियल लियो र त्यो मटेरियलको थिकनेस पनि 1 मिटर स्क्वायर नै छ भने त्यो कन्डिसनमा त्यो मटेरियलको रेजिस्टेन्स जति हुन्छ उसको रेजिस्टिभिटी त्यही नै हो. Or you can say resistivity is specific resistance. You can say that, isn't it? Okay, resistivity means specific resistance. Okay, resistivity. Now you can define resistivity. The resistance of a conductor when length is taken as 1 meter and cross-sectional area is taken 1 square meter, okay, is known as resistivity of that conductor. Understood? Resistance of conductor when length is taken 1 meter and cross-sectional area is taken 1 square meter is known as resistivity of that conductor. See, R equals to rho when L equals to 1 and A equals to also 1. This is it. Yes. Okay, so this is resistivity. Now you know conductivity is just opposite of resistivity. Okay, conductivity is, so resistivity is specific resistance, conductivity is specific conductance. Okay, resistivity means resistance of wire, conductivity means conductance of wire. That means to say resistivity stands for opposing the flow of current, conductivity stands for allowing the flow of current. They are just opposite to each other. Okay, that's all. See, conductivity, the conductance of conductor when length is taken 1 meter and cross-sectional area is taken 1 square meter is known as conductivity of that conductor. That's all. Okay, okay, let us do numerical. Okay, in an electric circuit 100 coulomb charge flows in 5-second time. What is the current? Okay, we need to give solution. Yes, and in any numerical problem what you need to do first, you need to write given information. What information is given here? 100 coulomb charge means amount of charge. Amount of charge is given, indicated by Q. It is 100 coulomb. 100 coulomb charge flows in 5-second time. Time is given, T is equals to 5 seconds. And what you need to find? Amount of current. What is the current, isn't it? I. Amount of current is indicated by I. This much. In an electric circuit 100 coulomb charge flows through in 5-second time. This is amount of charge Q and this is time T. What you need to find? What is the current? You need to find I. Now, do you remember or not what is the relation we have regarding amount of charge and current? We know that we defined amount of current as rate of charge, isn't it? We defined amount of current as rate of charge. That means Q by T. Q by T. Okay, control G, control X, control B. Okay, so this is the formula, I equals to Q by T, isn't it? Now you are given Q, you are given T, you just need to find I. That means you can continue in the same line because both numerator and denominator are given. Yes. Okay, let me put the value of Q and T here. Okay, what is the value of Q? 100 coulomb. And what is the value of T? 5 second. Okay, 5 second. Yes, so by multiplying it, by dividing it, what you get? 20 ampere. Okay, so that is your answer. So therefore 20 ampere of current flows through the circuit. Can you? Is there any problem, any confusion up to here? Is there any confusion up to here? Okay, you simply have to use the formula I equals to Q by T. Okay, I forgot to tell you, before you attempt any numerical, know which from which lesson is that numerical being asked, and then list out all the formulas. In this case, you have I equals to Q by T, isn't it? I equals to Q by T. This is your first formula from in this lesson. And then after defining I, what did you define? You define potential difference, isn't it? Potential difference equals to work done by amount of charge, work done by current, isn't it? That means W by Q. W by Q. By moving single positive charge, how much work is performed, that is potential difference. Or in case of PD, you can write V also. Okay, V, potential difference is also symbolized by P. P equals to W by Q. Okay, another formula which you discovered by using Ohm's law, you know, V equals to I into R. V equals to I into R. Okay, that much formula for now. We have studied only this much formula for now. Yes. Okay, so we'll do with this much. Sorry. There is one more formula, and you know what that is? This R equals to rho L by A. R equals to rho L by A. This is another formula we have encountered in this lesson. Okay, so you just make a list of this. Make a list of formulas. Okay, so that it would be easier to decide which formula is to be used. Okay, just make a list, only then start doing. After making list, just see the given informations. Okay, see the given informations. From there you will know which formula to use. Okay, now let us go to second question. Solution given. Okay, what information are given here? Calculate the voltage supply. Voltage supply means potential difference. V is equals to what? Calculate the voltage supply. This is what you need to calculate. That's why what? To a circuit to flow 4 ampere of current. 4 ampere of current means amount of current. That means I is equals to 4 ampere through the resistance of 20 ohm. Resistance R is equals to 20 ohm. Okay, this much. Now which formula do we need to use? Once again you go through the same set of formula as I have told you previously. Okay, so you can check in here. Sorry. Okay, can you use the first formula? Can you use first formula? Just see it, check it. Can you use the first formula? No? No. If you say no, then it must be no, because you also know so much, isn't it? I shouldn't consider that you don't know anything. Okay, definitely we should not use the first formula. It is not compatible, because you can see the first formula you need I, Q, T. I is there, but Q and T are not there. Yes, I is there, but Q and T are not there. So you cannot use the first formula. What about the second formula? Second formula is P, W, Q. Once again, you need to calculate P definitely, but you don't have W and Q. What about third formula? P I R. P you need to find out, I is given, R is given. See, bingo, you got your formula. P equals to I into R. P equals to I into R. Or V equals to, what is the value of I? 4 ampere multiplied by value of R, 20 ohm. 20 ohm. So by multiplying these two terms, what you get? V equals to 20 into 4, 80. And what is the unit of voltage? Voltage itself, 80 volt. Okay, so the answer, therefore the voltage, okay, 80 volt. So 80 volt volt of potential is supplied to the current, sorry, not current, circuit. Okay, 80 volt of potential is supplied to the circuit. Any confusion? Okay, now let us go to next question. Okay, once again, before reading question, I'll simply copy down this list of formula, okay, because in every question I'll need it. I know that in every question I'll need it. Okay, let us take given information here. Solution given. Okay, let's read it. 4 ampere current flows in the headlight of a motorcycle when voltage of 120 volt is connected to it. Calculate the resistance. Okay, 4 ampere current given first. This is amount of electric current. I is equals to 4 ampere. And then what is given? Voltage of 12 volt. That means potential difference. Potential difference P is equals to 12 volt, isn't it? And then calculate the resistance. You need to find out resistance. Resistance R equals to what? Okay, once again, I hope you know which formula to use. Just decide which formula to use. Look at the list. VIR, which formula has VIR? These factors involved. This one, it is very clear. Yes, this formula V equals to I into R. We need to use this formula. Let us use that. V equals to I into R, or V12 is equals to I 4 ampere multiplied by R. We don't know. Now how to find out R? By cross multiplying or by dividing both sides by 4. Yes, dividing both sides by 4, you can calculate R. 12 volt divided by 12. You know why I am doing this? Yes, 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 sir. I know this. Why are you doing this? Okay, 12 volt. If you divide the left side by 12, then you should do the same on the other side as well. Yes, on the right side as well. Equals to Control V. Now I need to do some modification because here I'll need more space. Okay, in right side what you have? 4 ampere multiplied by R. Okay, see, what I did is I divided both sides by 12. Yes, so in that case I can cancel out 12. Sorry, not 12, because I need to single out R, isn't it? To single out R, I need to cancel out 4. So I must divide both sides by 4. I'm sorry, that was my mistake. Okay, I must divide both sides by 4. So by doing that, you can see 4 is cancelled here and here. 12 by 4 means 3. 3 is equals to 4 and 4 cancel. The only factor remaining is R. or here what is the symbol of R? Ohm. Okay, R equals to 3 ohm. Therefore you can write R equals to 3 ohm. Finished. That much simple it is. Okay, therefore now you need to give conclusion. The resistance of the headlight is 3 ohm. Any confusion? Okay, now let us go to next question. Let me get it down one second. I will definitely need it. I will need it. This is very important. Okay, this last question, okay, it is a unique question and it is very important as well. Okay, because it is unique question. See what it says: find the length of copper wire. Find the length of copper wire. Let us write given information first. Okay, solution. I forgot to write. Before doing any numerical, you must write solution. Yes, given information. What information is given? Length of wire L is equals to, do we know it? No. Find the length of wire means we need to find it. Diameter is given. Diameter D is equals to 0.44 millimeter. Okay, diameter is given, and then construct 10 ohm coil means resistance is given. Resistance R is equals to 10 ohm, and resistivity of copper is given. Resistivity, I need the sign of resistivity this here. Okay, resistivity of copper is equals to, we don't know it, 4.43 into 10 to the power minus 7 ohm meter. This much is given. Okay, now I have a small problem here. Since resistivity is given, there is only one formula which has resistivity involved, that is the last formula, and it has R, resistance, definitely that is given, and it has length, definitely that we need to find. But in denominator it has area. We are not given area, however we are given diameter, so we can find out area by using diameter, isn't it? But before that we need to convert it into SI system. How to convert millimeter into SI system? How to convert 0.44 into, okay, in 1 meter there are 1000 millimeter. Yes, in 1 meter there are 1000 millimeter. That's why to convert millimeter into meter you need to multiply it by 10 to the power minus 3. Okay, 10 to the power minus 3. Yes, so by shifting the decimal 1 digit backward, because you know in scientific system this number should be between 1 and 10, but 0.44 is less than 1. That's why you need to shift decimal to 1 digit backward. That will give you 4.5. And when you shift decimal backward, then what you do in power? How can you shift the decimal backward? Okay, by multiplying it with 10 and then divide it by 10. Okay, that means it will be 10 to the power minus 4. Okay, remember when decimal is shifted backward, you need to do minus 1 in power. When decimal is shifted forward, you need to do plus 1 in power. Okay, when decimal is shifted backward, you need to do minus 1 in power. So minus 3 minus 1, it gives you minus 4. When decimal is shifted forward, then you need to do plus 1 in power. But in this case we are shifting the decimal backward. That means it will be minus 1. So 10 to the power minus 3 minus 1 10 to the power minus 4 meter. Any confusion? Okay, it seems like you still have confusion in this regard. Yes, let me do this. Okay, 0.44 multiplied by, okay, wait a minute, okay, multiplied by 10 to the power minus 3 millimeter, okay, meter. This is what you have, isn't it? Let me make the text larger so that you can see it. Now you need to get 4.4 here. How can you get that? How can you get 4.44 here? The only way is divided by 10, isn't it? Sorry, not divided, multiplied by 10. Okay, the only way to do that is multiply it by 10. 0.44 into 10. If you do this, 0.44 will become 4.4, and you still have 10 to the power minus 3 here, isn't it? You still have 10 to the power minus 3 here. Now since you multiplied the whole term by 10, according to the equality principle, what you must do, you must divide it by, you must divide it as well. Okay, you know the principle of equality in mathematics. Yes, the previous step must be equals to the next step. Previous steps र नेक्स्ट स्टेप चाहिँ इक्वल हुनु पर्छ हैन. अब यहाँ मैले यसलाई 0.44 लाई चाहिँ 10 ले मल्टिप्लाई गर्नु पर्यो, मल्टिप्लाई गरे, अब यतिकै छोडे भने यो स्टेप र यो स्टेप इक्वल भयो त भयो, यो स्टेप र यो दुईटा स्टेप इक्वल भयो भएन नि हैन. यो दुईटा स्टेपलाई कसरी इक्वल गर्न सकिन्छ त भन्दाखेरि यदि तिमीले चाहिँ 10 ले डिभाइड गर्यौ भने हैन, जब तिमीले 10 ले मल्टिप्लाई गर्छौ यो टर्मलाई भने 10 ले डिभाइड पनि गर्नु पर्यो नि. ओके हैन, as simple as that. That is equality principle of mathematics हैन. Now 0.44 into 10 you get 4.4, isn't it? And 10 to the power minus 3 divided by 10 you get 10 to the power minus 4. That's why I wrote here 4.4 into 10 to the power minus 4. Understood? Okay, so next step what I need to do, I need to calculate area. Okay, cross sectional area of the wire, that means A, okay, equals to, okay, since the wire mostly are in cylindrical form, the cross section is definitely circle. Yes, and what is the area of circle? It is pi r square. Yes, okay, I need to find pi. Okay, pi r square, but we are not given r, we are given d. So what we need to do, okay, we need to calculate the value of r. How do we find out value of r? How to find out value of r? And you know radius, r means radius. Yes, radius is half of d, isn't it? D by 2. So d or diameter is 4.4 into 10 power minus 4 meters. So r should be divided by 2. You will get 2.2 into 10 to the power minus 4 meter. Okay, r equals to 2.2 divided by 10 to the power minus 4 meter. Okay, let's use that formula. You use that value. Value of pi is 22 by 7, or let's use in decimal form 3.1416. 3.1416 into, need to give bracket, okay, because there is square. Yes, it's a square छ यहाँ r को स्क्वायर छ. अब हामीले r को भ्यालु सब्स्टिट्युट गर्दै छौं भने यस्तो बेलामा हामीले ब्र्याकेट राख्नै पर्छ है. r को भ्यालु कति छ त 2.2 into 10 to the power minus 4. यो अलि कम्प्लिकेटेड भयो है, कम्प्लिकेटेड छ, त्यही भएर केयरफुली गर्नु. 3.141 6 इन्टु ओके अब 2.2 इन्टु 10 पावर माइनस 4 को होल स्क्वायर गर्नु पर्यो हो त्यो गर्नलाई तिमीले क्याल्कुलेटर युज गर्न सक्छौ है 4 ओके के छ भन्दाखेरि 4 हैन है 2.2 ओके 2 के भयो ओके 2.2 इन्टु 10 to the power minus 4 power minus 4 हैन को पनि whole square oh I got the value it is 4.84 into 10 to the power minus 8 हैन 4.84 into 10 power minus 8 है or a equals to अब यो आएको भ्यालुलाई फेरि तिमीले केले मल्टिप्लाई गर्नु पर्यो 3.1416 ले मल्टिप्लाई गर्नु पर्यो हैन यहाँ चाहिँ तिमीले सिधै तिम्रो साइन्टिफिक क्याल्कुलेटर युज गर्दैछौ भने साइन्टिफिक क्याल्कुलेटरमा पाई भन्ने टर्म नै छ त्यो पाईले नै मल्टिप्लाई गरे पनि हुन्छ है त्यो गर्दाखेरि मेरो कति आयो भन्दाखेरि 1.5205 मिटर स्क्वायर ल यो भयो हाम्रो एरिया है यो हाम्रो एरिया भयो अब एरिया फाइन्ड आउट गरिसकेपछि नेक्स्ट स्टेप हामीले के गर्नु पर्यो त नाउ वी अल्सो हैव एरिया we have area as well now we can use the formula to find out resistivity yes again as we know अब हामीलाई कुन फर्मुला थाहा छ त भन्दाखेरि r equals to rho l by a अब हामी यो फर्मुला युज गर्नु जाँदैछ है we are going to use this formula r equals to rho l by a अब यसमा हामीलाई फाइन्ड आउट गर्नुपर्ने के छ l छ नि हैन र l फाइन्ड आउट गर्नुपर्ने छ भनेपछि l लाई आइसोलेट गर्दियौ what you get after isolating l what will you get after isolating l l लाई आइसोलेट गरे नि तिमीले लाई क्रस मल्टिप्लाई गर्नु पर्यो होला ओके यो भनेको के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि रो इज इक्वल्स टु r इन्टु अब यो l by a उता जाँदाखेरि उल्टो हुन्छ के हुन्छ त a by l हुन्छ है यो एक्चुअली बुझ है यसमा हामीले सिम्पली क्रस मल्टिप्लाई गरेको छौं खासमा यस्तो हो तिमी अझै कन्फ्युज हुन्छौ भने म यसलाई स्टेप वाइजै गर्छु खासमा यस्तो हो के हो यस्तो हो है अब यो राइट साइड र लेफ्ट साइडलाई तिमीले एक्सचेन्ज दुवै साइड एक्सचेन्ज गर्न पाउँछौ नि त्यही भएर मैले सिधै ल मैले ओके एकछिन मैले l लाई आइसोलेट गर्नुपर्ने है ओके l आइसोलेट गर्नु पर्यो भने तिम्रो l यो साइडमा रहने भयो हैन अनि यो साइडमा चाहिँ रो आउने भयो हेर त यहाँनिर यो 80 पोइन्ट बुझ तिमीलाई कति पनि गाह्रो हुँदैन है 80 पोइन्ट बुझ्यो भने तिमीलाई कति पनि गाह्रो हुँदैन ओके हेर l लाई आइसोलेट गर्नुपर्ने छ भनेपछि रो अर्को साइडमा यता गयो के हुन्छ डिवाइड हुन्छ है रो यता गयो डिवाइड हुन्छ a उता गयो मल्टिप्लाई हुन्छ मैले अघि स्टेप जम्प गर्न खोजेकोले मिस्टेक भयो है त्यही भएर तिमीहरुलाई पनि म स्टेप जम्प चाहिँ नगर भन्छु स्टुडेन्टहरुलाई पनि स्टेप जम्प चाहिँ नगर नै भन्छु म है त ओके सो यु गेट l इक्वल्स टु रो r इन्टु a बाइ रो अब यसमा हेर r a र रो सबैको भ्यालु थाहा छ हामीलाई हैन भनेपछि यसपछि हामी अब साइडलाई स्वापिङ गर्न सक्छौं l इक्वल्स टु r को भ्यालु 10 अब म युनिट राख्दिन है यो अलि कम्प्लिकेटेड क्याल्कुलेसन भएकोले म युनिट राख्दिन है त ओके l को भ्यालु 10 भयो इन्टु अब यहाँ मलाई फ्र्याक्सन चाहिएकोले मैले फ्र्याक्सन कपी गरे है ओके यहाँ माथि a को भ्यालु कति छ तिमीले यहाँ फाइन्ड आउट गरेका छौ 1.5205 है a को भ्यालु यो छ र अनि रो को भ्यालु कति छ रो को भ्यालु हामीलाई गिवन छ हेर त रेजिस्टिभिटी 4.43 into 10 to the power minus 7 80 गिवन छ अब 80 टर्म्स लाई चाहिँ हामीले क्याल्कुलेट गर्नु पर्यो है क्याल्कुलेटर थिच्नु पर्यो छ हैन ओके छ है क्याल्कुलेटर अगाडि छ है ल क्याल्कुलेटर थिच और L is equals to 10 into हो यो दुईवटा टर्मलाई डिभाइड सरी मैले यहाँ एउटा कुरा छुटाएछु यहाँ 10 to the power minus 7 पनि रहेछ 10 to the power minus 7 सरी है मैले लेख्नै छुटाएछु यहाँ के हुने भयो त यहाँ into 10 to the power minus 7 है अब यहाँ के हुन्छ 10 to the power minus 7 र 10 to the power minus 7 तल डिनोमिनेटर र न्युमरेटरमा त यो दुईटै क्यान्सल हुन्छ नि हैन भनेपछि तिमीसँग बाँकी रह्यो के त भन्दाखेरि 1.5205 है डिभाइडेड बाइ 4.43 यति मात्रै बाँकी रहने भयो गर्दाखेरि कति आयो त भन्दाखेरि 0.3397 आयो 0.3397 अब यसलाई तिमीले 10 ले डिभाइड गर्यो भने कति आउँछ त L is equals to 3.3397 meter आउँछ so this is your final answer है एकचोटि हेर त केही कन्फ्युजन हुन्छ कि धेरै कन्फ्युजन हुन सक्छ यो न्युमेरिकल इम्पोर्टेन्ट पनि छ र गाह्रो पनि छ है यो न्युमेरिकल इम्पोर्टेन्ट पनि छ र गाह्रो पनि छ ओके त्यसैले यो चाहिँ अलि केयरफुली हेर्नु ओके ल अब कन्क्लुजन देऊ therefore 3.3397 लाई सर्टकट गरेर 34 पनि हुन्छ है 3.34 meter of copper wire is needed to make a coil with 10 ohm resistance यो चाहिँ अब तिमीले कुनै इलेक्ट्रिकल इन्जिनियरिङ गर्यो भने स्पेशली तिमीलाई यो न्युमेरिकलहरु यो क्याल्कुलेसन चाहिन्छ है किन भन्दाखेरि तिमीले जब कुनै डिभाइस बनाउँछौ त्यो डिभाइस बनाउँदाखेरि अब त्यो डिभाइस के को लागि बनाउने हो त हिटिङ पर्पजको लागि बनाउने हो कि हैन म्याग्नेटिक इन्डक्सनको लागि बनाउने हो कि या चाहिँ लाइट जेनेरेट गर्नको लागि बनाउने हो कि त्यो तिम्रो पर्पज अनुसार डिफरेन्ट रेजिस्टेन्स राख्नु पर्ने हुन्छ हैन जस्तो तिमीले लाइट जेनेरेट गर्दैछौ भने अलि धेरै रेजिस्टेन्स चाहियो होला है म्याग्नेटिजम जेनेरेट गर्दैछौ भने थोरै रेजिस्टेन्स जति थोरै भयो त्यति राम्रो है त्यो पर्पज अनुसार रेजिस्टेन्स फरक पर्छ है अनि रेजिस्टेन्स क्याल्कुलेट गर्नको लागि तिमीले यही फर्मुला यसरी नै गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ ओके ओके आजलाई यति नै गरौँ है दिस वाज फर टुडे अब योसँग रिलेटेड न्युमेरिकल अनि तिमीले खोजेर गर्न सक्छौ है यहाँ चाहिँ म के सजेस्ट गर्छु नि यही न्युमेरिकल चाहिँ 2-3 चोटि ट्राई गर्नु ओके र त्यसपछि म यहाँ एउटा न्युमेरिकल दिन्छु त्यो चाहिँ गर्नु है ओके copy this question the question at the bottom a similar type of question and practice this okay first of all you practice the solved question 2-3 times how many times you would need just practice it okay only then you attempt the new question okay you attempt this question to practice okay that's all for today in our next class we will start our lesson in magnetism okay so this concludes our electricity portion from our lesson okay so we will see you in our next class until then thank you very much class